Well, like I always try to do, I always try to make some sense and do some summaries of what I heard or thought I heard. We heard about progress. I heard 97% phase one implementation is in place now. That's pretty impressive. And I heard that there's actually thought going on right now about a fourth phase for CDM. For the data security side of the house. The BPAs are in place for all, so everyone has the opportunity to use the BPAs that are in place. We also heard that there's a lot of common direction going on now, and that's one of the big advantages of the CDM program. It's got the entire government moving in a common direction, common plan, and we're seeing some successes across the board, which is always good to hear about. We talked about some specific things. We hit on some blocking and tackling. We talked about the fact that we need a plan. You know, you need a plan. We don't want to be just throwing things at things and Band-Aids again. We need to step back and have a plan for how this is going to work. I heard that we are closing gaps. A lot of gaps that have been identified are being closed quickly. We heard about phase one implementation being well on its way and phase two being expedited. So things are moving well there. In the world of lessons, we talked about the automation side for discovery and mediation, that we're automating things now, and it used to take a long time to discover and mediate, but now automated tools are making that much, much faster. We're able to move much, much quicker when we do have issues. We can address them very quickly. Speeds are moving up, situational awareness is being improved, and we're able to identify issues and correct them close to real time, which I would argue in the future we have to, because we're moving to a world where decision making is going to be equal zero in terms of time. I mean, things are going to happen immediately, and things are going to have to be fixed immediately. Acquisition improvements are needed. They're getting better, but that's always been problematic in pretty much in my entire life in government, working in government. Acquisition timeframes have been something that's been talked about needing to move up. But there's been much better communications, and what I heard is communications with leadership and support from leadership, which is critical to getting this done. You need support from the top. We heard more planning and is being done, which allows for more creativity and more ideas coming out and what can be done, and faster responses and speed. IT should not be overhead. We heard that in the talking about the future. That nobody's mission statements say maintain IT systems. It should be IT should become a utility supporting the mission, and we shouldn't be worried about a lot of this stuff down the road. And we can't make it too expensive to implement, and we need to get proactive. I heard proactive over and over and over again.